Hey guys, so today I just another talk. Today I decided to talk about rude people and how it pisses me off, and it probably pisses off majority of the world. And it's funny because yes, we are all rude at times, but some people are just naturally rude every single day of their life. And it's a piss off, and it's annoying, it's aggravating, a waste of my time, waste of everybody's time, and they need to go get a life. If that makes any sense. Of course it makes sense. But anyway, where to begin? Yes, I work at a retail store, and yes, I'm going to get rude people day after day after day. And that's normal and everything, but it's when you see the same people on the subway, in the stores, just around, and they always have attitude. Even the people, okay, yeah, maybe you don't see them all the time, but they just have attitude, and it's unnecessary. Like, I'm sorry, you're at my store and you're buying things, or sorry, I have to see you on the bus, or you have to be around us. But why do you have to be rude? I don't know why I said it like that. But why do you have to be rude? It's unnecessary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe you have issues at home. Maybe you're not getting laid. Or maybe you're just a miserable old person. But everybody has issues. Everybody's life sucks in a certain way. But we don't all have to be like that. And if you're gonna be like that, why bother coming out in the first place? Like, remember, if you go to a restaurant and you're rude to the waiter, think about it. What do they do behind your back? Really? Like, come on. Like, don't even bother doing anything. Like, why do you have to be rude to everybody you go to? Like, I'm sorry your life must be miserable, but why do you have to make other people's life miserable? The worst is when I come to work, and I'm so happy, and I'm like, it's gonna be a good day, and you get that one person. That one person just ruins your day because of their attitude. Like, why you gotta be like that? Why do you have to ruin my day? Like, I don't care. I didn't ask you about your life. I didn't want to know you. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm just being a nice worker, a nice employee. But why are you being so rude? Like, worst thing ever, TTC people. Everybody's lined up waiting to get on the TTC, and you come and give me your attitude and push right in front of me. Listen, honey, I was there before you, and I will push you right back to where you came from. And I bet everybody's like that. Do you ever have that person who just kind of like weasels their way in? And I'm just like, excuse me, am I invisible? Did you not see this? Did you not see all of this? Yes, please. Watch where you're stepping, because I'll come back at you. Like, not to be the most catty person ever, but I bet you everybody feels like that, from girls and guys. Like, it's so annoying. Or like, hey, the best is when you're watching people on the TTC and there's an open seat and everybody kind of just like pushes their way through. And like when they sit down, they're like relax. It's not that serious. It's a seat. Like today, oh my god, I saw on the bus, like, this guy, whatever. So two guys are sitting beside each other. And the guy was a little bit bigger than the guy who was ready sitting. And he's like, you're taking up so much room. I was like, what? Like, who says that? Like, honey, relax. Like, the guy's like, I'm not that big. And the other guy was just like, I was like, and it wasn't even, it was the seats like in the subway when you can, the blue seats that you push down. Like, it wasn't even like a tight squeeze. Like, how much room do you need? Like, if you need that much room, go outside and walk. Do not take the subway. Like, why? Why do you have to be like that? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it over and over again, it's so unnecessary. Like, I'm so sick of everybody with attitude and the rudeness. Yes, don't get me wrong, I'm not happy and positive, and I'm always, like, whatever. But yes, I have my days that I'm rude and stuff, but I try to keep that to myself. And yes, I have attitude, I'll admit. But I'm not going to put it on someone else. Like, if I'm upset and pissed off and stuff, I'm going to keep it to myself and keep it in my home, as in my room, and deal with it on my own time. I'm not going to bring someone else and bring them into my attitudeness, my rudeness, and bring them down. Like, do you feel better about yourself? Do you go home and be like, oh, yeah, I was rude to that person. Like, I feel so good now. Like, my life is so much better. Like, no. Like, okay. Oh my god, I'm saying like so much. The other thing too is working in retail, for example. You have those customers that, like, you're being nice. Like, hey, how are you? I'm like, okay. Can I get, like, this kind of information from you? I'm like, no problem. Don't worry. Are you using, how are you paying for this? I'm like, do you have a mouth? Did God give you a mouth? Do you have a throat that words come from your body out? No. Yes? I'm confused. Please tell me. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, if you really want to be mute, there's ways. There is ways. Like, or like when they're being mute and stuff and they kind of like roll your eyes and like look at you and raise your eyebrows, I'm like, do you want your face to stay like that? Yes or no? Because if you do, I can. Like, it's not that hard. Like, okay, maybe I'm being a little like far out there and everything and so over the top with it, but let me just tell you, it's ridiculous how much rude people out there. And it's not like older people always like, oh, the younger people have so much attitude and stuff. Yes, that's true. But I've noticed it's also the older people. Like, maybe not between like the 30s, but let's like like late 50s, like those people have attitude. Like, they talk down to you like you're nothing. And I'm like, sweetheart, if I weren't here, where are you buying your shit from? Right? Like, don't look at me. I didn't do anything to you. I come to work like everybody else and I get paid. I have a right to shop at your store. Like, oh, like the worst is when they talk down to you. Like, you are nothing. And I'm like, honey, no. Like, like when I used to work in the food industry, and I worked in the food industry for quite a while. I started at a young age there, but people would talk down to me when they're ordering, and I'm like, I don't want to say honey again. I'm like, honey. I'm just like, okay, I'll go get your food. And I'm just like, have a great day. And I give them their food. And they look at me like, what the hell she did to my food? I'm like, yeah, I want you to think about that when you're eating it. If it tastes odd, you never know. I'm kidding. Not that evil. You never know. But, like, one thing, do not mess with people in the food industry. Your attitude will be like this that fast when they give you that food. Like, yes, retail and everything is attitudes like crazy, but the food industry, like, it's hard to mess. It's hard to give so much. It's hard to really mess with somebody in the retail business. Like, you can't really scoop their money because they figure out. You can't really like sell them the wrong. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But the food industry, like, servers and takeout people have ways. Like, they're not stupid. Like, I feel like though retail gets a lot more rude people. They just can't really do much about it. The other thing, though, that really pissed me off, like an incident, obviously I can't tell you everything, but one time, why was it so exaggerating? But one time I had a customer who it was a male who talked down to me so much that he started complaining I can't speak because I'm a female. I'm like, me? A female? I know, I'm a female. I got a mouth? I know I can talk. Who the hell are you think you are? Like, I was like, oh my god, like, not to be racist or anything, but wherever the hell are you from, females might not have a voice, but when you come to this country, we have a voice. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, you're talking to somebody who is the supervisor. So, and I'm like, I wanted to leave. Like, I didn't even want to talk to this customer. And we have a right to, like, walk away from a customer and stuff. But I'm like, let me take this. So instead of me being rude, because he's like, don't move, don't do anything, I just killed this guy with so much kindness. Selena Gomez song, love it, inspiration to me. That's where I'm going with that. Killed him with kindness so much that he just stared at me so hard. And I could see, like, in his head, obviously physically can't see, but I could just see that he was probably like, F you. Like, F you. And like when he's leaving, I'm like, bye, like have a great day. And he was just like, and I'm like, like sometimes being rude back to someone who's already rude and just a waste of my time is not the best way to fight that with. Like, yeah, when people are rude, you can feel and hear me like heating up and my attitude's just getting higher and higher and worse and worse. And sometimes I'm like, just kill them with freaking kindness. They hate it. They hate it with a passion, and it's the best thing that I can do, and it just works sometimes. But out of all my vents, I have this vent about rude people all the time, so maybe there'll be a part 2 about this if you guys want to hear. But the best thing I can tell you about rude people is just, I would say ignore them. That's what I think any parent or anybody you talk to would be like, just ignore them, honey, it's okay. You can't ignore them, they're everywhere, like Jesus. But the best thing you could do is kill them with kindness and be so freaking kind that they're like, what the hell? Like, that's the best thing. And those in the food industry, just remember who owns them realistically. I'm giving you food, honey. You want to be eating right. You don't want to die. I'm kidding. You don't want to be sick or I'm kidding again. But just watch yourselves. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what people are capable of, and you never know how psycho people are. But anyway, everybody have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great night. I love you guys. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bye.